Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I think this is episode 37. We did a little short one for 36 and I'm going to keep them fairly short as well. Now I did put in the comments on the last video that was there if anyone has any questions or if they'd like to do a live walk through the boat or something that I could use two devices and read the comments and answer them live. I'm totally up for doing that on a day when I have nothing better to do. COVID has us still locked in for another 6 weeks. So aside from working on the boat, it's not all work. I don't mind doing it. I quite enjoy this and I really am trying to grow the channel. So if you are watching, please like or subscribe and get involved because I'm more than happy to reply. So I'll just show you what I've been doing today. I took yesterday off. Excuse the mess there. So today I've managed, the last video I left with just going as far as here. So I've now deep welded down into there. I'm just about to put that little flat piece there over. There's a big cut there to leave water go through. There'll be another one on the other side you've seen me doing. It's actually the same as that. So I can leave that one there because that's internal to the tank. Still have to build the tank tops here. I have welded all this seam here. I'll grind that back just to make it a bit smoother, but that's all done. And you can see just purely with the cold weather and the condensation that builds up, that was only welded 2 or 3 days ago. So you can see what I'm actually dealing with here till the weather warms up, how I'm going to get it all to go through. So I'm hoping to at least finish down into this bay, back up again through that, patch the hole on the other side of that, same as what I'm doing here, get up to here and across the floor of that one, and then I can add in that side piece which is actually there already. Once I've all that done, then add in the 50mm piece there, bridge these up, and then I can do the rudder stops at the back. So the last hour I've managed to get all of this done in under all the seams. That one's plated now as well. All the way up here into that corner, huge big corner built there. Along the edge of the tank, which will be there, and in under that frame as well, so it joins up with the one on the other side. So nothing can get out under the frame. It's closed completely underneath it. So I'm just going to put it in the side now and just put a few tacks in it. I think I'll call it a day then. So that's the last of the sides of the tank in, fully welded along there. You can see beautiful weld with the big welder, absolutely beautiful, goes on like butter. So everyone, it's a new day today and this is technically probably, I'm hoping, the last day of the actual internal fittings in the tank. So that strip there just put on, I have some magnets there and some clamps, and I've measured the height and the height is all ready to go. So that's ready to get tack welded in. And then it'll get its strips, the ones that I did on the ones behind, and then I'll make these pieces here, these centre baffles, and then the last thing I'll be doing or along the way is close those 6 holes here, fully weld all those, and I'll be welding those with the plate on the outside of the tank, so I have a nice clean weld on the inside. Really doesn't matter what the other side of it looks like. And they're the bits to go in there. They're already with weeks to go in there, so I know exactly where they're going. So we'll see how we get on today. So I'm back inside in the garage now. I'm going to make all the little bits that need to finish out the forward section of the tank. The two side baffles and the little bits of 50 by 5 that'll run up and down to stiffen that new 50 by 5 piece I've just put in. And I have to cut out those little plates with 4mm out of a sheet which I have here, and also put the little 50 by 5 tops on them and offset them. I've all my measurements done again and a little drawing done of all the bits and pieces I need, so I'm just going to cut those down. So that's the dimension drawing that I had to make there, and they're the first of the two pieces. They're going to be the baffles with the little step there to get in under that 50 by 5 at the back, and then they're the three reinforcing bits for up underneath. So I'm ready now to start welding those into the boat. So there are the little tops I put in to help baffle the tank. Same on the other side there, there's one or two welds to go in there. But all these seams are done. So each of the 6 sections now are completely sealed to the floor and to the outside of the tank, we'll call it. They do have ways of connecting internally. I don't know if you can see that now with light. There's a little gap down there, and there's also a little gap there. So because remember this is only a holding tank, it's going to be taking it very slowly out of it. So the next thing now is to tidy this out, give it one quick mop again, and then I'm going to put some rust treatment on it, and then it's going to be low rust primed, which is an orangey primer paint long before, about 3 coats of epoxy that's going to go on these tanks before they get closed up. So it's a new day today. I finished welding the floors and all the sides of the 2 new fuel tanks, or the 1 big fuel tank in the back of the boat, which is just underneath me here. I have a few bits to show you. I have a few little things to do. I've got some smoothing of the top surfaces of where the welds are, just smoothing those down. The new covers, which I'll show you a drawing of in a sec, are ordered from Anthony Beresford, and he actually has the exact metal I wanted, luckily, because there's a shortage of metal in Ireland with Brexit currently, so something I didn't know. So I'll have those on Monday or Tuesday of this week, and then I can start cutting the hatches into them, the little access hatches, which I'll show you a drawing of now, right now. So this is the drawing. So my depth there, now there's 2 different dimensions there, and I've actually gone with just the 1.775 is going to allow me to span, to leave, I'll just put my finger here now, there we go. So it'll come in around here on both sides, and the same then on that 40mm angle, it'll come in 20 centimetres, or 20 millimetres more to the point. So I've that one there smoothing down. The ones in this side I have to do, flatten all those, tidy all that up, get any spatters off it, and tidy those up. So essentially then I will have these 2 tanks, and then in the garage for once I get the sheets, I will put 10 or 12mm holes, a whole series of them there, and that will do to attach the top of the tank to these mid beams, the mid baffles, so that to weld directly onto that and puddle weld those, so that'll keep that in place, and mount the hatches. The line is only a construction line in the middle, it's not actually split in two. So you can see now exactly what I'm going to do. So that the other thing I have to do is just show you down here. So essentially, other than the little holes at the bottom there, you can see one there, and they're in all of them. They all drain into this front centerpiece. But from an air point of view, as the tank fills, I do have to allow them to breathe and be vented. So underneath each of these, on each of the 4 of these, I will be cutting, and I'm just going to plasma, just literally just a slot of some description. Once I've tidied up, it'll be fine. And it's enough to leave air run, and I might do one on each of the bays as well going forward, just on the divider one, 1 or 2 in that as well, just to allow air just to get out essentially as the tank fills. We'll never have a problem in filling this tank, because if you look at the height of the tank here in relation to that beam there, and then if I just bring the camera up and show you in the engine room, you can see the other tanks are actually a good 400 millimeters taller. So these tanks will actually take the fill, and then I can allow via valve these tanks to fill up from these tanks. So there'll still only be 1 fill hole, and then subsequently down the road, once that's closed off, then the pump then will bring it from here back up into the tanks. These are purely just fuel storage tanks. Don't forget to like and follow our Shibumi Boat Build Facebook page, which is there. You can find it under @MV Shibumi, or just look in the links in any of our YouTube videos. The link to the page is there. We've nearly 1,300 people following it, and I do put up pictures from day to day, the last couple of days there, and they're literally just progress ones, and then I do put up the videos as well. And there's other ways of contacting us and just basically interacting with us, and it's just a nice place to hang out. So thank you very much.